The Traitors Ireland, are you watching? I am hooked already, only after episode 1. A couple of things first. Slane Castle, it's going to be a great companion for this. It looks brilliant during the day, even more spectacular at night time when it's all lit up. The production team have done a great job there. Maybe the round table room just looks a little bright for me in the clips that we've seen so far. Maybe that will change. Siobhan McSweeney, I knew she was going to be good. She is going to develop beautifully into this role. See that collar she wore for the first mission? Oh, Siobhan McSweeney, wardrobe department, doing wonderful things. What are you making so far of the first Traitors? We got a twist straight away. 2 people sent home by Andrew, which, in a plot twist, his dad, Paddy, is one of the traitors, and they didn't tell each other they were going on the show. Do you reckon Andrew's a little bit raging that he has to share the spotlight with his dad? And how raging is he going to be when he finds out that Paddy is actually one of those traitors? So let's talk about the 3 traitors. They are Eamon, who's a guard. He's 36 years of age. Caitlin, a leadership consultant. She is 32. And then Paddy, that retired prison officer of 68 years of age. I don't think he's gonna last very long. Did he have a case of dry mouth as soon as they took the blindfolds off? He was guzzling down that water. I think if the other 2 traitors, Eamon and Caitlin, are smart, they will sacrifice Paddy quite early on in this season of the Traitors. Let's talk about some of the strong players in the game, and some of them I think the Traitors are going to have to murder. Nick 100% is a strong player. He completely sussed out that Eamon was a traitor. All he did was touch Eamon on the shoulder, and Eamon absolutely freaked out. I actually don't think Eamon is going to last very long as a traitor either. Caitlin, though, I think she might go all the way. Watch this space for Caitlin. Let's talk about the mission then. They had to get big, heavy barrels down a massive hill and up a massive hill back to Siobhan McSweeney. They had a chance to win €6,000. They got €4,800. Loved the Irishness in this when they got mixed up about the time. They thought they had 6 minutes left. Then they had actually 15 minutes left, and literally someone said, "Who the effing hell said we only had 6 minutes left?" I loved that. Now, Dave was far too strong in that mission, and he's probably far too strong in general, far too big of an influence. Ben as well was great in that mission. They will keep him around. Mark as well for the missions. But those 3 people, you don't want to be a strong person at the start of the Traitors. You need to be that person that sits in the background and doesn't have that much influence. Those 3 are in very much trouble early on. That brings us to the first murder then. Eamon, Paddy and Caitlin met in the turret for the very first time. Now, Andrew's name did come up. Paddy was not going to pick Andrew to be murdered though. So, tomorrow morning at the very first Traitors Ireland breakfast, we will find out whether Michelle, Dave or Mark are the ones to be murdered. Now, I already mentioned Dave and Mark. They were very strong in the missions, and Dave is just far, far too vocal. He was the first one who stepped up and put Andrew forward in that very first game of chance. You cannot be that vocal. Honestly, if I'm picking someone to be murdered at breakfast tomorrow morning, it is 100% going to be Dave. And that is exactly, if I was a traitor, who I would murder too. My first pick for the very first murder of the Traitors Ireland, 100% is Dave. Now, if we're thinking about banishments then for tomorrow, we got our first round table banishment tomorrow. Everybody, majority of people seem to be leaning towards Diane because she changed the way she acted. She looked down at the floor after Siobhan McSweeney picked the traitor. She took her blindfold off and stared at the floor for about a minute. You cannot change how you act once those blindfolds come off. Diane seems to be there, a name that people have been coming up, but so has Eamon. Will the other 2 traitors, Paddy and Caitlin, try and protect Eamon, or will they throw him under the bus? I am absolutely hooked already. I knew I was going to be hooked. I'm loving this. I love the fact that we haven't got to wait too long either. It is on one more time again tonight, 9:30, RTE1, the Traitors Ireland. Oh my God, who's going to be murdered? Who's going to be banished? I cannot wait to find out.